Shalom. Call halal, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. Salutations to the brothers out there that are laboring and pushing this truth in truth and in sincerity and in charity and risking their lives and their freedom to do so. To you I say Shalom. To the Akim and to the Akwath, that will be brothers and sisters. Adawan Ratazah, that is to say, Lord willing, hopefully by the end of this lesson, you'll be edified. This is your brother Abawan Ibad, back again with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, to feed the lambs of Yahweh, Yahushai, as commanded. This lesson I'm going to be going into today, I'm going to entitle it, It Won't Work, Sleazy E. Okay? It won't work, Sleazy E. You know, going into this NWO, you know, what they trying to formulate. You know, the scriptures say, Ecclesiastes 9:1, you know, there's no new thing under the sun. You know, because you remember the days of Nimrod when they tried to build the Tower of Babel. You know, that's basically a one world order kind of thing, new world order kind of thing, what they was trying to accomplish. But what did the Lord do? The Lord confounded the language. Okay? So, they're only going to get so far with what they're trying to accomplish. You know? They're only going to get so far. But at the end of the day, the real new world order is going to be under our Lord Yahushai. Okay? That's where the real deal is going to be. But let me get the scripture real quick. This is Ecclesiastes 1 and verse 9. It says, the thing that had been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done, it is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. So this is not nothing new. You know, that wasn't part of the lesson plan. It was just something that came to mind real quick to show you that, hey, at the end of the day, that is nothing new, man. People tried these things before. Okay? Under the Babylonians, okay? Nebuchadnezzar tried to get, you know, everybody to bow down. The people who was under his rule and under his province, you know, to bow down to the image what he tried to make. You know what I'm saying? But you always have a remnant of the Lord's people who are not going to do it. You understand? And even to these times, you know, under the Greeks, Antiochus tried to force, you know, our people to not keep our laws and our customs and all of that. This stuff been going on, but this is nothing new. Okay, another scripture that comes to mind before I bring up the ones that I write down is, let's go to the book of, what's that, Job. Job, I believe, is the 5th chapter, real quick, around about the 12th verse, okay, where you disappoint. It says, Job chapter 5 and verse 12, he disappointed the devices of the crafty. Who's the crafty? The wicked. So that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So this, what they're trying to accomplish is not going to work. It won't work, Sleazy E. Okay? Verse 13 says, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. They meet with darkness in the daytime, and grope in the noonday as in the night. Okay? But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. So the Lord is gonna save, you know, such as be as a broken heart and a contrite spirit. Okay? His people. You know, the Lord is returned to save his people that's adhering to him and obeying his words. You know? But we know judgment is going to come on 2/3 of our own people. But let's get back. Let's not stray from the topic at hand. It won't work, Sleazy E. Okay? You hoarding up and saving all of these things. You know, you got all the gold. You got all the silver. You know, all of these different things while you got the world using fiat currency. Right? But let's get this in the book of James. Let's go to the book of James, the 5th chapter, and read from verse 1. It says, go to now, ye rich men, okay, the bankers, the people who run the world, okay, the elite, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you, Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Okay, they've been hoarding these stuffs. Okay, they got that old money, 1700s, 1800s, 1900s money. They've been have this money. It says, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud. And who is that? Jake, man. Okay? We came here and slaved for these people for hundreds of years for free. And even when slavery was abolished and over with, they still come with Jim Crow laws and all of these different things. It says, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. Okay, verse 5 says, ye have lived in pleasure on the earth, and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts. Okay, as in the day of slaughter. Verse 6, ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you. Verse 7 says, be patient therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord, meaning the saints, the Israelites. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth, and had long patience for it, until he received the early and latter rain. So, hey, it's gonna come a time of recompense, man, for the things that you did to the children of Israel, man. Okay, the scriptures say, he that toucheth you touched the apple of the Most High's eye, man. All right, scripture say he rebuked kings for our sake. Okay, let's go to the book of Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, beginning at the verse 1, it says, then shall the righteous man, okay, stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him. Yeah, they afflicted us for hundreds of years, and made no account of his labors. We labored for hundreds of years for free. Okay, verse 2, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. Okay, because you have to remember, we've been behind the enemy lines for a very long time. The scripture say, Baruch chapter 3 and verse 8, yet this day we are in our captivity. Okay, yet this day we are in our captivity. Okay, where we were scattered and for a reproach, meaning a shame or disgrace. Okay, and subject unto payments, man, according to the iniquity of our forefathers. Okay, according to the iniquity of our fathers, man. So we've been laboring for a very long time, man. You know, these people get over on us for a very long time. Verse 3, it says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. There you go. They had us for a shame and a disgrace and for a byword. They call you colored, Negro, black, all of these different things. But they're going to be amazed at the strangeness of your salvation when the time comes. Verse 4, it says, we fools counted his life madness, and his end to be without honor. This is what they're going to be telling themselves. The Edomites. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High, and his lot is among the saints? Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness had not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. That's what they're going to be telling themselves. Okay, when they realize they had the people of the Most High in captivity all this time, and lied to the world, making the world think that the Most High looked like a so-called white man. Okay, they did a lot of things against us privately and in secret to keep us back and to hold us back and keep us back by the fraud. Okay, let's go to the book of Psalms, the 64th chapter. You know, because these people like to do things in secrecy. They've been doing things against us for a very long time. The book of Psalms, the 83rd chapter, tell you of, you know, these nations that been trying to keep us back, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. And they've been doing that for years, man. Okay? This is Psalm 64. beginning at verse 1, to the chief musician, a psalm of David. Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy, Esau, Edom, and the other nations. Read Psalms 83, verse 2. Psalm 64 and verse 2, it says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. Go to Malachi 1 and 4, it tells you who's the wicked. From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword. Yeah, they always demonizing our people. And bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Okay? They call you black while they get to be white. They call you Indian, which means savage. Why does the northern kingdom get to be savage? Why does Jake get to be black, which means void of light, wicked, everything derogative? And they get to be white, which means pure, innocent. Okay? You never ask yourself these things? Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Okay? But the scripture prophesied that we would be a proverb and a byword. You know, that's in Deuteronomy chapter 28. Psalm 64 and verse 4, it says, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Verse 5, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. This is what they do. They say, who shall see them? Okay, it won't work, sleazy E. Okay, verse 6, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. The scripture says he's wiser than Daniel. Okay, verse 7, but the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Okay, so the Most High is going to intervene at some point. Okay, verse 8, it says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, all that see them shall flee away. So, the book of Jeremiah, the 49th chapter and the 10th verse tell you that Esau shall be made bare. He shall not be able to hide himself, man. So we're in the time of him being revealed, as the Apostle Paul said. You know, when that man of sin be revealed. Okay? Who the Most High shall destroy, consume with his mouth, and destroy with the brightness of his coming. All right? Verse 9 says, roughly paraphrasing, verse 9 says, Psalm 64 and verse 9, and all men shall fear and shall declare the work of the Most High, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. That's what they're going to do. They're going to wisely consider of the Most High's doing, man. It ain't going to work, sleazy E. You're only going to get so far. You know, we know the devil is going to come down having great wrath because he know that he have but a short time. Revelation 12 and 12. But the Most High also speak about Isaiah 59 and verse 19, where he says he's going to lift up that standard. You know, the Lord is going to lift up that standard, man. You know, I'm going to get one more passage in the book of Job. Let's go to the book of Job, because this thing what they're trying to accomplish, it's not going to work. They're only going to get so far. The Most High is going to disappoint the enterprise, man. All right, so let's go to the book of Job. And let's go to the 20th chapter. So we're going to read Job chapter 20. And we're going to read verse 18. All the way down to the end. It says, that which he labored for shall he restore. He's going to have to restore all the things that he went around the world and took. Okay? Because they live by the sword. Their blessing is the sword. It says, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be. And he shall not rejoice therein. So all of these things that they have and hoarded up for themselves, the super rich, they're gonna have to vomit that back up. Verse 19 says, Job 20 and 19, because he had oppressed and had forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not. Okay, the scripture Micah chapter 2 tells you about how he oppressed a man and his heritage, man. Verse 20, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. Okay? There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. Okay? And this is how we know it's not going to work. Job 20 and verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. See, time is against him. He run everything in this world except time. He can't control the time. The Most High controls time. Okay, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And that when you go into the word wicked, that's going into the laborers, the people who have labored. Okay, we read in James, the 5th chapter, how it says, you know, how they kept back the laborers by fraud, man. Roughly paraphrasing. Job chapter 20 and verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Yeah, it's not gonna work. It won't work, sleazy E. Okay, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. It says, verse 23, when he is about to fill his belly, meaning when he think everything is going well, and what he trying to accomplish, it says, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. While he is eating. Okay, so you're only going to get so far. Verse 24, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. Okay, that's it. He ain't going to get to complete what do you think he's going to accomplish. It's not going to work. It won't work, sleazy E. Verse 25, Job chapter 20 and verse 25, it says, it is drawn and cometh out of his body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. The heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. That's what's going to happen. The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. Verse 29, it's another point right here. This is the portion of a wicked man from the Most High. And Malachi, once again, Malachi 1 and 4 tells you who the wicked is. And the heritage appointed unto him by the Most High. So at the end of the day, it won't work, sleazy E. Hopefully you were edified. You're going to have to end it there. On to the next one. Shalom.